Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Everybody, I am Nizal Muhammad. I am attempting to be able to share some of my thoughts about being a Ferrari. This is a very interesting topic, actually. It's actually just a metaphor. Being a Ferrari, what does it mean? It's not that we want you to become a Ferrari, but something to do with what we are as human beings. And this particular program is a special program for youth, organized and hosted by Iqra for Change. Now, let's begin with this. Let me introduce to you the friends around me. These are young friends of mine. And these are the people who I feel would want to share with me their thoughts of the things that I'm going to share with them as well. Now, the topic for today is being a Ferrari, or are you a Ferrari? Now, what is it all about? Now, by beginning with this question that I have, who are you? Or rather, ask yourself this question, who am I? Now, if I ask you this, what will be your answer to this question of who I am, or who am I? What would be your answer?
I'm a lady.
Oh, I'm a lady. A young lady, that is. Very good. Fine. What about you? Who are you?
Son.
Pardon?
Beautiful son.
I'm a beautiful son. Dutiful, not beautiful, yeah? Dutiful son. The way you express yourself or pronounce the word is very important. So I may misunderstood you. Alright, so it's dutiful son.
Responsible man.
Responsible man.
A caring brother.
A caring brother. Pandang adik dia sekali. Alright? So that's where he can relate. You? A what? A normal person. Very humble. Very humble. That's why I sit down on the floor, because I'm very normal. Okay?
A respectful person.
Respectful person.
Young man.
Young man.
Great man.
Great man. Oh.
I am the daughter of my parents.
I'm the daughter of my parents. Okay. Now, all of this will be focusing on one thing. That is lady, daughter, man, brother, normal person. That means it boils down to one particular denomination or one particular feature. That is man. That means all of you are human beings, right? We are all human beings. Now, therefore, that is the essence of it all. You are just a human being. I'm just a normal person. But is being a human or a man or a woman, for that matter, is normal. I'm just a normal person. So what does it connotes when you say, I'm just a normal person? Siapalah aku? You know, they have beautiful songs, but it gives you a defeating meaning, you know. Aku bagaikan mawar terpinggir. Biarlah aku sekadar di pinggiran. Kalau aku mati, biarlah pusaraku di lebuh raya. These are all title of songs. But it's a defeating songs. It gives you an impression that I'm just a person. Yeah? I'm just a normal person. Nothing much to say, nothing much. Now, that is good, but at the same time, it can be defeating. Why? Because basic thing is that when we are created, God has created to be, right? Now, this is the question I want to ask you. Do you really know who you are? You're not just a normal person. And that's what I want to share with you. I myself have gone through a lot of experience exposing myself to understanding who I am. Because that's one question that I've never ever thought that I need to ask myself. But when I was 12 years old, I asked that question. Why? Because there's one young man, right, came to me someplace, somewhere, where I usually go to. And he came, sat down beside me, and he cried. A 24-year-old guy. And he cried like a crybaby. Can you imagine how ugly it is to see a 24-year-old crying? Really? Do you cry like that? Oh, it's better not to say. Right. But he was crying. Why did he cry? Because he said, when I asked, Now, you being beside someone who's crying, what would you do as a human person, as a normal person? Of course, you will try to see what's happening. You need to know because you want to console him, at least to find out what's wrong with this guy. Is he a cuckoo? Right? Of course. So I asked that question. And I'm just 12 years old at that time. 12 times 2, 24.
Twice.
Yes, twice my age. But being human, a normal person would want to know what's happening. So I did my job as a normal person. So I said, Bang, ada apa bang? Kenapa bang? The normal question lah. And he start to even cry harder. Did I ask the right question or the wrong question? So I was in a dilemma at that time. But I did ask that question, and suddenly he kept quiet for a while, and he said, I have done great sin. I said, okay, I'm just a 12-year-old. I don't know whether at that time dah balik ke tidak, tu tahu lagi. Suddenly this person said he's done a sin. I didn't ask any question because at that time, I just don't know what to do, being 12-year-old, but I just want to listen with respect to somebody who's crying like a crybaby, who is just 24 years old. And he said, I've done zina. What would your reaction be if somebody come to you and say that he has done zina to you and crying like that?
I would just tell them to repent.
You will tell them, you repent.
No, it's like,
How? How would you say it?
it's like I know you done the great what's sin, but I think like Allah is the most familiar, right? So like why don't you repent, turn back to Allah, and repent first. That
And-
is brave.
Very good. But at that particular time,
I was just first.
yes, he is in a state of deeply disturbed by his own action. And then suddenly I said, Hai manusia, kembalilah kau kepada agama. Now that would also make him feel, at that time I was asking this question because I was a 12-year-old, but I can understand, being human, if I ask that question, he might, I'm just worried. So I didn't ask any question, I just listened. And I said this word, tak apa bang. As if zina is okay. No, that was not the intention. The intention was tak apa bang. Just say what you want to say. Express yourself. Tak apa bang. Abang cerita je bang. That was my reaction. And he blurted out. And he went to detail what happened. And I'm just a 12-year-old. But I listened with respect. That's all I can do. Now, this boils down to being a human being. From that point onwards, become a very big thing to me. As a normal person, I've reacted very abnormally. As a 12-year-old won't do that. A normal 12-year-old, but I am a normal 12-year-old, but I did that. What made me do it? That became a story of my life. I became to ask, I start asking questions about, what am I doing? What pushed me to do that? Because I want to know, because at that particular time, I think a week before that incident happened, my ustaz teaching Islam in school as a subject, which I attended, was talking about the word, the term they use in English, in Arabic is ahsani taqwim, sebaik-baik kejadian. And he was saying to me, manusia adalah sebaik-baik kejadian. At that point, I was asking myself, what is good baik? What is baik? How am I that baik? And what kind of baik is baik? That came to me at a 12-year-old. But after that session, that guy was expressing himself, and once he said this, Tuhan tak akan mengampunkan saya. Dia tak kata saya, Tuhan tak ampun aku ni. So he's just hopeless. And at that particular time, I felt the need for me to tell, no. And this question I asked, Bang, abang tobat tak? Tobat dia, tobat. Kalau abang tobat nasuh abang, abang akan jadi bersih. As if I am an ustaz. Now this is when needed, the beauty of human being is that when it's needed and he knows his role, or suddenly he realized Allah will help him through to become the best creation. At that particular time, I was in my best element without me knowing it. So I started to ask, okay bang, apa bang? And I was about to cry also because I can see people crying. So I said, bang, tak apa bang. Tuhan tu maha kaya bang, dia faham, dia mengerti bang, tak apa. 12-year-old talking to 24-year-old. If I were to record it, I think people will to put it on TikTok. So he kept quiet. So abang nak buat apa? For a while we were quiet and he said, abang nak buat apa sekarang bang? Then he said, with strength, abang nak bertanggungjawab. Tak apa. Terima kasih dek. I didn't know what I did to help him, but he said terima kasih. And then he patted my back and he went off. Terima kasih dek, terima kasih. He was really appreciating what I did. The word appreciate comes in. All the good things about people, I am now experiencing without me asking it. So, okay, he left. And I was stunned at the same time, questioning, what happened, huh? What happened? What happened? What happened? All these questions come again. What happened? What happened? I went back home. What happened? Then I begin to see, to think, to read more about this thing about being human. This is where I want to share with you. Being human, first thing that, this is when I asked my ustaz, because I was just 12 years old, right? So I said, what do you mean by the best creation? Being human is being the best creation of God. I asked, and ustaz said, yes, manusia dijadikan sebaik-baik kejadian. Human beings are created the best creation. They are better than anything else in the world. Better than animal kingdom. Lebih baik daripada binatang, for sure. Because binatang ada nafsu tapi tidak ada akal. Lebih baik daripada malaikat. Sebab dia pun tidak ada ilmu. Dia ada kekuatan Tuhan berikan. Dia ada ketaatan. Tetapi dia tidak ada kekuatan yang diberikan kepada manusia. Kerana itu, Tuhan memberikan kelebihan pada manusia, menaikkan martabat manusia kepada ahsani taqwim. He said in Malay. And I'm not translating it. Then I started to go for soul searching. Again, at a 12-year-old, going for soul searching is weird. But it did happen to me. So I start to think, the best creation, God has made us best. Why? So he related to me about the story where all the angels and Iblis made a conference to protest, okay, the creation of man or human being, of Adam. Adam was created already at that time. So they said, we disagree. And then they met Allah and said, we protest. We protest. Why? Because why are you creating a being that may destruct and destroy humanity, destroy the earth? And Allah says one thing, just one thing. Who knows better, you or me? But before that, he calls Adam. Adam, come. This is just an expression. It's not the thing that's happening, but I'm just giving you an idea of what may or what transpired. Okay? So Adam came, and then Allah asked questions to the angels and Iblis. You know what's that? That long thing that got white color thing? All these angels were looking and the Iblis were looking. You know better than us, God, oh Lord. Adam, can you tell me what's that? Oh, that's called lamp. And all the angels were amazed. We are made of nur. We are made of fire, Iblis says. But he is just made of soil, earth, and we step on it, and he can answer that immediately, something like that, right? So this created that kind of intuition, interesting thing in me. Said something is more than just the usual. Something is more than normal. I realize it's not normal. Not that he's abnormal, he's more than normal. He's better than just a normal person. So, yes. So when you say that we are the best creation, when Allah says we are the best creation, there must be something in it so that we don't feel sad. The problem is, every time we see people are saying, you're lazy fool. Especially the young ones. Right? Pemalas. Tak boleh diharap. Hooligans. All these words comes from the mouth of the adults. It can be anybody for that matter. But I met with these people before, and these are all delinquents, about 40 of them. All right? They were shunned by the families, shunned by the society, because they were bad influence. Some of them took dada, took drugs. Some of them even take liquor. Some of them are thieves, what have you. All the bad things in the urban life, they've done it, 40 of them. And we were asked, my team were asked, to befriend them and to help them grow from zero to hero. And I was given the task. The first task is to do ice breaking. Because, the face of a welfare person, welfare. So, okay, I went and I met them, and we start to talk to each other. And they made a graph, they call it a life graph. How many years, the degree of their excellence. So the first year was very high. And then suddenly, when they reach about 10, 11 years old, then we go down, even deeper down. And then I ask, why? I don't know. I want something, my parents want something, I want to do, I understand things my way, but people around me don't see what I see. So they get so confused. And they become self-defeating. And they believe what other people say. So I said, no, please don't look down upon yourself. You are the best creation of God. All right? Look at Ferrari. Eh? I can't use that, but I want to share with you guys, if I may, if I can do this here. All right? Do you know who you really are? That's the question that I'm asking you guys. All right? Look at this. Look at this video. This video is about one monkey. It's a monkey business. He's jumping. He got a shot of life when he sees a mirror and he saw himself. I think after the session, you will be that monkey. Not that you are the monkey that says, oh my God, I am a Ferrari. Because that's what I have gone through and these young people have gone through before. Because they thought that they were bad influence. They thought that they can't do much. They're just teenagers. They're just a boy, a girl, a normal person, a normal kid, all that. But actually they're more than that. Proven, a 12-year-old can give advice to a 24-year-old without even going through any courses. Just by listening, appreciating, respecting, and expressing. So, what is good about Ferrari? I'm going to show you. Okay. Insan means human being. Sebaik-baik kejadian. The best creation. Now, when you say the best creation, there's other two things that's given to us when we are a human being. God gives us this status as Khalifah, God's emissary, and He gave us this title as Hamba Allah, servant of God. So that one, I'm not going to touch that. They can next time, probably. But the first thing that I want to do is to talk about sebaik-baik kejadian, the best creation. Insan, human being, is said to be the best creation. All right. So when you are made the best, meaning say before you're born, when you're born, and onwards, you are naturally excellent. Okay? You cannot play football. You hanya main bola saja. You tak main bola sepak. You main saja bola tu. Bola aja. But it doesn't mean that you downgraded. Yeah? You are excellent maybe in other things. So look into yourself and look, apa anugerah yang Tuhan berikan kepada kita. That's what I did. But before that, let's see. Naturally excellent. So, I call Ferrari. We make an analogy. This is a metaphoric thing. Ya? Janganlah kata Ferrari is the best. No, it's just a metaphor. Banyak-banyak kereta dalam dunia. There's lots of automobiles in the world. People always remember Ferrari, right? It's number one, right? The guys may know better than me. I'm still a guy, but right? Ferrari. Why? For so many reasons. These are the reasons. Some of the reasons why Ferrari is the best. Look, very interesting. I can read this for you because if you don't, you may not, you can see. Ferrari is ranked as the number one brand in the world over companies such as Google and Coca-Cola, said by Brand Finance Global. Better than others. Now, of course, they have some issues about them not winning the Grand Prix. But take the essence, yeah? Why they are the best? One, Ferrari is the best racing brand in the world. They have proven their excellence. They have proven themselves. So if you want to see whether you are the best, you need to check whether you can prove it or not. Okay, never mind. We'll go later. Ferrari avoids being a brand dilution. Meaning to say, Ferrari never compromise on its values and quality. Third, bucking the status quo. That means Ferrari has spent $0 on advertising. They do not need to advertise. Their quality advertises itself. You do not need to say, I'm the best, but the deeds will show that you are the best. Your character will give people the idea that you're the best. Ferrari cares and listens to customers it serves. These are the qualities of Ferrari being the best in the world. Now, let's go back to human beings. What are the best qualities? Some of the best qualities that I can share with you guys. This is when I was 12 years old, I was thinking. Mind to think. God gave us the brain, the mind to think, to inspire, and to act rational. Dalam ayat Quran, banyak tulisan tatafakkalun semua. Kamu orang berakal. Akal ada tak ada? So you all are genius. Though 13 years old. Right? You are much older than me when I was 12. Right? So, you have this ability to think. The mind is given to us, not to any other being. Oh, this is precious, man. You can create, you can imagine, though you don't know how to play football. Like I don't know how to play football, but is that I don't know how to play professional football. But I can imagine myself. I do not need to have games to make myself play the football. I can imagine it. I can picture it. Because Allah gave me this ability to create out of nothing. That is some of the things that you can do that others cannot do. All right, what else? He gives you this heart, sense, emotion for you to feel, to empathize. Right? Look at other beings. Kita boleh. Kita tengok saja tu kita dah sedihnya. Kita tengok orang kena maki, geramnya. So meaning to say, these are the tools or these qualities that Allah has given us that we need to appreciate, and it must be used wisely because it's just a tool. Dia beri, this is what good about Allah to us, yeah?
Humankind.
Correct. Alright? Human beings are given body parts to be utilized. Panca indera anggota, mata untuk berfikir, mata untuk melihat, your eyes to see. But, you see, all this is part and parcel of yourself. So, use it. When people know you have a face, the face is not stagnant. The face can tell you thousands of things. When you're happy, you smile. That's why they call, don't use emoticon. When you're happy, you show your face. I'm happy. Kalau lapar, muka lapar macam mana? People see you, people know something. Betah lagi dia pegang perut. Yeah. You're hungry, yeah? Hungry and angry. Oh, you're the angry bird. Nampak? So use this. You want to make people feel calm, you must be calm. If you see your mom, balik-balik rumah je, mak macam sad. Oh, what you do? Takutlah nanti tegur, nanti kena marah. No, you just give a small smiling face. Don't ignore. Just by visual contact is good enough. Alright? God gives you hands. Panca indera, tangan. Tangan untuk apa? Menulis, melukis, mengambil, mencipta, mereka. You can do a lot with your hands. Your feet, apart playing football, you can do a lot of other things. All this is given to show you how beautiful you are and how excellent you are, because you're the best creation. Other people cannot. Other beings cannot. They cannot chipta from nothing to something. They will be amazed. I've got one guy who seems to say that he has talked to somebody that is out of this world, that they find amazed that men can do this. People can do this. I can see people in small boxes. That's TV. Now, that was actually in a TV program, drama. All right? Possess and develop knowledge. You have that knowledge. You have the ability. You are the best creation. And finally, He gives you the freedom of choice. Terpulanglah pada kita. Jalan ada dua, baik, buruk, pilihlah. The good, the bad, and even the ugly. You choose. He gives you the message. He gives you the light. He gives you the sign. You pick it up. So my dear friends, young friends, what matters most is how you see yourself. You are, by specification, a Ferrari. This is a Ferrari that you bought. Specification-wise, everything Ferrari, color and all that. But when you drive it like a 70-year-old car. You're being unfair to that Ferrari. Better not buy that Ferrari. Give it to me. You're wasting that ability. You're selling yourself short. It can do more than that. So why? That's the question that I asked. So it's up to you to prove, to show, and see how you see yourself. Are you a Ferrari? Or I can't mention any other brand because it's like, yes, I don't go there because I might be sued. Okay? Okay, suits. All right. Now, finally, this is what I'm going to say to you. Best of the best, that's us. But don't be too proud to be arrogant. You can be proud, but not to be arrogant and stuck up. Ada ungkapan Melayu lama kata, meninggi jangan membuang budi, merendah jangan membuang maruah. When you're up there, you're rich, you're famous, intelligent, don't lose your virtue and humility. But when you don't have anything, you're poor, you don't have much, don't lose your soul. Because at the end of the day, you are the best creation. That's why when you see a person who does speak all the dirty things along the road, you don't hate them. They might not have the job that you feel you have now or may have, but what they're doing is actually help us. They clean the place, we don't. But without them, the place will turn very dirty. So appreciate. I went to this particular gallery. It's called Dialogue in the Dark. Okay, I went to Frankfurt. I went there. I went and experienced. It's actually a gallery for the sighted. okay, for the sighted, run by the blind. So when you go in, you can't even see anything. Your eyes are open, you can't even see anything, even your hands, you can't. And you experience the life of a blind. Wow. And we went 5 of us. The blind just went alone. We had to hold each other tightly. Lama seorang lepas. Orang yang buta bising, orang yang celik yang bising. Oh, it was totally dark. But we experienced, and then we realized, we appreciate, we respect. Guys, they don't see, but they are even clearer in thinking, in seeing than we. Appreciate them. Yeah, guys? So, my conclusion, just make up our mind at the very outset that our life and work is going to stand for the best value, that we are going to stamp superior quality upon everything that goes out of our hands and minds, our soul, that whatever we do shall bear the hallmark of excellence. Jadi, what yang terbaik? Be the best. You be the host, the best host. Best ball player. Football player, that is. Best main bola player. Best in mechanical engineering. Whatever. Be the best. Be the best son. Be the best everything that you can. Wherever you go, that power of excellence will shine and you become younger than your age. Suddenly I've... Alright guys. Now, last but not least, please, when I ask you, are you a Ferrari? My answer to you guys is, be that Ferrari. Okay? So, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for listening. It's just a 30 minutes kind of content, just to share with you some of my thoughts, some of my journey, for us to know and appreciate us as the best creation of God. Alhamdulillah, God has created us to who we are. Alright, until we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will have some time with these kids, with these young friends of mine. So if you want to join, maybe next time you can join and just contact IFC. Iqra for change.